Hi, loves. So today I really felt called to explain this whole notion that our dreams and manifestations and our book and our story sharing and these higher ticket offers, they're not somewhere out there. They are here and now. And sometimes I know that we're like in this process of like, it's gonna happen, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And what happens when you keep saying it's coming? You're separating yourself from what's already yours. So this is why like a lot of people are stubborn with me because they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go do this on my own. It's going to happen sometime in the future." And that used to be me, right? I used to think, "Oh, it's coming because I'm doing the self-growth, self-work," but I wasn't actually taking the deliberate actions that were necessary to make it happen here and now. Like I was spinning my wheels, thinking I was vibrationally getting in alignment and holler, like, let me know if you resonate with this right now, thinking that I am working on it. My 100,000 clients are coming, not realizing that when I was saying coming, that means they're not here now, which means they're missing, right? Because this whole idea of reality is how can we brainwash ourselves to believe in another now moment that's just like right now, where it's already happened. Because if we can, with all our senses, brainwash ourselves to believe right here and now, and sometimes we need accountability and we need that step-by-step process, because if we haven't accomplished it yet, that means we have a missing component to our puzzle that we need help with. That's it. And that's the reality of it, is that you gotta be real with the fact that it's not coming, that you gotta embody it here and now in this moment, and then keep selling that dream to yourself that no one can take away from you, with this knowing that it's already happened. And you need people to help you with that have already done it. Because if you haven't done it by yourself, it's really difficult to understand what it is and how to really feel your way into it and how to take the right energetic steps in order to embody it and create that path with these uncomfortable things that we keep saying no to or delegating to other people in order to actually make it happen. So it's like so huge because I used to be in that bubble. And when I was in that bubble, I dug myself into oh my God, debt. Because I kept thinking it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And all the answers were there. All these different people were like, if you do it this way, you manifest it. If you do it this way. But I was dabbling in all these different things. I didn't choose one path, my path, right? I didn't choose one guru. So I had all these different modalities that I was following in how to sell things, and none of them were working because I was thinking it's coming because I'm working on myself. And I'm dabbling in all these little things and not choosing one path, one expert to hold my hand through it. I was constantly like using that shiny object syndrome where it's like, oh, they do it with master classes. Let me try that. Oh, they do it with a scale of from low ticket to higher ticket. Oh, they do it with phone calls and Facebook ads. And I tried to dabble in all these things without becoming an expert in any one of these avenues, right? The shiny object syndrome, because I didn't make a commitment to choosing one path and just going down that freaking path. I thought it was somewhere out there, and I kept just getting inspired instead of taking the right deliberate actions. I was spinning my wheels because I didn't have, right, the accountability that was needed to actually lead to the finish line one thing at a time. And that's so freaking big. It's so huge because if you keep trying and thinking that you can do this on your own, you're spending all of this time where you could actually be making that money, where you could actually be sharing that story on stage and selling from stage, where you could actually have that book done. Like you're spending time in this idea phase thinking that it's somewhere out there and it's going to come later, but later never comes. Change doesn't happen until we make these deliberate actions and we say yes to these bigger than life things, to these bigger than life investments, right? Because we've come here to prove to ourselves that we can create our reality. And we can't do it until we get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because if you keep thinking you can do it on your own and it's coming, that means you're in a comfort zone. You're putting it off of the fact that you are the creator and reality is creating you, but you gotta do it now. That's a fear-based belief, right? You're separating yourself from what's already yours. And sometimes if you don't have that belief, this is why if you work with a coach, with a mentor, you borrow their belief for that time frame you're working with them so you can see that it's true. So then you have that self-fulfilling prophecy to understand that, whoa, all I had to do was change my mindset, embody that new belief, or borrow that belief from that person to watch that happen. So then there's a feedback loop. So wow, it is possible. Oh my God, they are willing to pay for it that much. Or wow, this book is done and I didn't have to write a single word. So it's like, stop separating yourself from the uncomfortable things you don't want to do, from the uncomfortable commitments you don't want to make. Stop having the shiny object syndrome and trying all these things, not following through on one, because each one of these is a success. So trust yourself when it comes to making these uncomfortable decisions, right? And work with a team. You don't have to do this alone. You've got nothing to prove, right? If you can collapse timelines and in a week's time, right, change your mind and attract these high-ticket clients that you wouldn't have in 6 months. Now you're not spinning your wheels. Opportunity cost. You're now understanding how it works, and in that same time frame, you've 10x yourself. You've 10x your offers instead of saving, thinking that you save. In the long run, what you're actually doing is spending your own energy, spinning your wheels, and spending a lot more money than you would have if you were just surrendered to the fact that you need help, that you need a vibrational shift, that you need a mindset shift, that you need to embody somebody else's belief that already has it. And this is a huge reality check because I was there. It's not coming unless you do what's required right now and just say yes. To stop trying to do this by yourself. Collapse timelines. Have what you're thinking you might be doing in a month, in a year, have it done within a few days with the right team, right? And I love what Myron Golden said. He's like, would you rather have, in Boss Moves, he's incredible, would you rather have a whole grape or a piece of a watermelon? So when you're like hoarding your money, it's like, oh, you're like, you got this much abundance. When in reality, if you play with everybody else and their skills and you just share, right, share the abundance, you can make so much more together. Think about this, because this is the whole idea of oneness. If we were meant to do this by ourselves, then we wouldn't need other energetic components, other people that have other energies, other skill sets to be in this world with us. So think about that. That's super, super, super important to consider. Every time you have come into a crossroads or somebody reaches out to you or you reach out to somebody, you just got to say yes and jump. If your whole body lights up, you gotta say yes and jump. And this is why I freaking love human design, because it spells out how we're supposed to make decisions in this life based on our energy type and how to interact with other people, what is authentically us, right? According to the planet alignments, the sun, everything, what was happening at our birth and prior to our birth. It's just so freaking amazing. So I have these tools for you. And this is your reality check right now to stop fucking waiting, because the Messiah is not coming. The Messiah is here and now knocking at your door. All you got to do is answer and be uncomfortable. Yeah, be freaking uncomfortable. It's the only way you grow. The number of uncomfortable conversations you can have in a day equals the number of abundance that you have in your bank account. The level of vulnerability that you have is your story, is your success, right? And when you create this book, suddenly you have an avenue to go out there and attract these higher ticket clients, attract these radio, attract these speaking engagement. You are leaving a legacy. You become an authority, right, on the subject matter. You are vulnerable. You wear your heart on your sleeve. So I love you. I just wanted to do this quick reality check today. And if this resonates, drop a line and take action now. This is why I am here, and I've got an amazing team that's going to support you. So go to 7fmanifesting.com. Let's get on a call, and I cannot wait to see you on the inside. Ooh, ooh, ooh.